that there. Hey, monkey time. Welcome. Hello, everyone. It's been a while. It's been a while since I have seen your face. It's been a while. Dun, 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 dun. Hey James, how we doing? Jason, welcome back. Weekend was good. Posted a little photo on Instagram. You guys saw it? Yeah, pretty field. We are back outside. The weather has improved, so we'll make the most of it. So that's handy. I might creep back just a little bit. Bear with me, guys. If I bring you back to here, like that. Let's see if that works for me. Just enough so I can get a touch of shade, just a touch. But I'll bring you up a little bit more. Got your sunscreen today? That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking about, because I do not. But I'm thinking if I tuck myself in here just right, so I've got like a little bit of shade behind me and a little bit of canvas, we should be all right. We should be golden. G'day Cheryl, I just saw your name, welcome. It's my birthday soon, it's fantastic James, wish you all the best. And Christian, I'm good, thank you very much. Hey Adelaide. Right, 2 horses, same picture as before. Couple plates. Cheers, Adelaide. Thanks, guys. Hello, Ash. How we doing? Long time no see. And hello from Canada. That's wild. And Ireland. Johnny. How we doing, Johnny? So, sorry to everyone who was waiting on me over Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I disappeared up north to go to a beach house with a couple of close friends and enjoy the lovely environment up there. And it was a disco's theme party, so if you looked on my Instagram, the picture may have looked a little bit silly, but trust me, we hit the theme to a T. And now we are back here painting where we want to be. Hello from Maine. That's funky. Right. Here we are. little bit of gloss gel, some blue, Indian yellow. That was the paint, by the way. Washington DC, thanks for the candy canes. Ella Rose, am I saying that right? Ellie Rose, yes I am. Does anyone know where this artist lives? Michael. I live in Auckland. That is where I'm streaming from currently. This is Auckland City Centre. That's where we're hanging out. How can you read from that far away? Honestly, it's a wee bit tucked. Oh, thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate that. One wild card is that we don't have any white. That's part of the fun. So I'm going to use oil white while we use everything else in acrylic. And that'll be quite fun. That'll work just fine. Cheers, mate. So, to make sure we don't get too mixed up, I'm going to put the oil on a different tray. Oil on this tray. We can come to that later. And then it's time to pick out a brush. Which one? Let's pick out, fancy, these two. What we are after. Right. Okay. There. A lot of detail left to add in this one, guys, but you've heard me say it before, we don't want to get too hung up on detail. Thanks, Mrs. Bambi, appreciate that. Hey, Austin, welcome back, welcome back. Like I was saying, guys, sorry for disappearing, but I'm back now. Had a great weekend, though. Practice, guys. Practice gets you there. Seb's painting in Auckland, New Zealand, please. Thanks, Cheryl. That is correct. That's what we would like. So this is the commission. 2 horses. And we want to get it done in an abstract impressionist sort of style. So when we say abstract impressionist, the brush strokes want to be free, they want to be wild, they want to be all over the place, but the picture still wants to be clear. So from where you're sitting, in terms of through the phone, you should be able to make out 2 horses, a forest floor coming together, and some trees coming down with the white sort of sky or white background coming through. That's where we want to get to. A little bit more definition. Horses' faces, their skin tones, the bits like that. But we've got to make sure, as we add that definition, that we don't lose what makes the paint special. It's wildness. You see 3 horses. It should just be 2. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 trees. 7 trees, 2 horses. 1 forest floor. I wish I knew more about horses, but I can't tell you what breed these horses are. They're brown with black manes. Thanks, ER. Have you ever painted any other animals before? I've painted a lot of different kinds of animals. Dogs, horses, sheep. The key is to forget it's an animal and just focus on the fact that you're painting a bunch of shapes, tones and colours. If you can disassociate from the animal completely and just notice that, then you can sort of paint whatever you like or create an impression of whatever you like. And that's what we're doing. We're creating impressions. They are the bay colouring, it's coming along beautifully. Thanks, Nova. Yeah, I'm hoping to tone back these more intense reds and oranges and the blues a little bit for more of these earthy colours. We're wanting to see more muddy greens, more softer browns, and see where we get to. That's where we'd like to find ourselves. And sorry if I miss anyone's comment, guys, it's not my intention. What's my opinion on purple? Hey guys, my opinion on purple. Good colour, use it. Definitely use it. We're probably going to overuse it a little bit in this one, just because it combines really nicely with the red. But a good rule of thumb is just plan to use every single colour in the painting, and if you use more of it than you expected, good for you. If you use less, that's fine too, but don't just avoid colours. I think it's important to get them all there, at least in the tiniest little bit. Hey, yeah. How you doing? Good. That's good. Cheers, guys. Hey, Luke. Thank you very much. Ooh, a panda. That's exciting. So remember, since we're coming down to the final layers here, I'm not just adding acrylic, because if I just add acrylic, it's going to lose its colour when it dries. It's going to dry darker and less shiny. So that's what the white is here. It's not white paint, that's white gloss gel. And that's going to keep the vibrant colour inside the acrylic paint. And that's the plan. Bit of a fun thing to come across, eh?
Hey?
Bit of a fun thing.
Yeah, no, good on you, doing well.
Cheers. If you like these horses, man, you'll be excited. There's some real cows out there.
Really? Yeah, but unfortunately, you'll have to go to Specsavers.
A little bit blind, eh?
Yeah.
I don't think the guy liked the level of abstraction there. Thanks, Jody, appreciate that. And swimmers. I haven't seen swimmers tan before, but welcome swimmers tan. And Tegan, don't have kangaroos in New Zealand. We do in the zoo, I think. We do in the zoo. In fact, correct me if I'm wrong there, guys. I don't know if we do or not. Thanks, swimmers. And thanks, Jody. Hello from Chicago. Welcome. Chicago's got some great steakhouses. So, that's all right. There we are. Yeah, we get a bit of wind around here. I might pick it in a wee bit tighter.
Yeah.
It's on a board though, so
Right.
it's all right. It's basically indestructible.
Okay.
If it was a canvas, it's higher risk.
True.
That's why we paint on board. Yeah.
I like paint. I paint a bit, but I'm trying to change my style. That's what I'm watching me do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's your style?
It's a bit more realistic than I want it to be. I want it to be more impressionistic, more modern art.
Yeah.
And I thought that would be easy but to transition to, and it's just not.
It's been a bit tough, has it?
Yes.
Well, you're welcome to be here as long as you like.
Thank you.
A reindeer. Thanks, Swimmer's Turn. I didn't know you could do that. I suppose it's a Christmas thing. G'day, Steve. Long time no see. Hope you're looking after yourself. Now, one cheeky tactic we can do here is, although we don't have white, and this is just gloss gel, if I dilute it enough and with a gloss gel, it's going to come out almost completely white. Just remember that when it dries though, it's going to be a wee bit more transparent, but we'll be all right. Since it's been more transparent as well, we can add it on a bit more aggressively, see where it gets to. Thanks, Jody. Okay, now we've got some yellow oxide. I want to keep that saturation in the yellow as much as possible. So I'm adding a bunch of the gloss gel through it. So wherever it lands, it's going to stay as shiny as possible. What a beautiful day there. Thanks, Alex. Appreciate that. We're probably getting a wee bit excited with these yellows, but I'm just going to pursue it, see where it takes us. Where am I now? Gene, this is Auckland. So Auckland's actually a fantastic place in that, although it's a big city, there's a lot of stuff really close to the centre of town where you can find some amazing sights. So there's this giant field here, there's cows out in the field, and we're just out here enjoying the sun, the grass, and the cows. If you missed it earlier, it's acrylic paint, and we're adding just a little bit of gloss gel in there, just a little bit. The more gloss gel you add, the wetter the paint will look once it dries. You want that very light wet effect. That very light wet effect, especially with these final coats. That transparency in the layers, so that we don't lose all the hard work we're putting on our layering in the final few layers. That would be a disaster. So cool, Patel. You're out. Thanks, Cheryl. I don't know what you did, so cool, Patel, but you're gone. And thanks, SS Matos. A little bit over here. Thanks, guys. And thank you, Cheryl. Appreciate you. So we've got two yellows here. Probably quite hard to tell from your angle, but we've got the yellow oxide, which is more of an orangey colour. We've got cerulean yellow, which is more of your primary yellow colour. Now I'm just chopping and changing between the two of them. And there's very little actual yellow in the picture. So since there's not much yellow, we're just matching where the yellow tone should go. So I get to add yellow. I'm an angel. That's a cool name. Thank you very much. Now, as I keep going, I've said it already, I'll say it again. Keep adding that gloss gel into your paint. We'll thin it out so you can make it as transparent as you like. So that way when I add the strokes, you can still see what's happening underneath it. Got all these layers to work together, not cover each other up. Thanks, George, and thanks, Christina. New Zealand's had rain for the, well, not the whole of New Zealand, but where I live it's had rain fairly consistently over the last few weeks, so it's good to get a nice day out in the environment to breathe a little bit. Hey, Katie.
Thank you.
See you later.
See ya.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Same to you.
Excuse me if I talk a bit, guys, too, because there's a walk track just along here beside where I'm painting. So we do get little people stopping by and hanging out, which is very wholesome. If you are painting and you do get a little bit lonely from time to time, which is natural, because you'll be spending 9 to 10 hours by yourself painting, a great opportunity is to go somewhere with a walking track where you can hop off a little bit and people can walk past and see what you're doing, and maybe people who are interested will stop by and say hi to you, and yeah, the ones who aren't interested will usually just keep walking, so the ones who are will stop by and you'll actually have some quite wholesome conversations. If your art's a bit more abstract, like this, expect some hickles though. We haven't had any yet. Just one old fellow who thought I couldn't see that well. Ironically, he's correct. I can't. But we can see well enough. But yeah, the place is pretty empty at the moment, guys. But if you are going to paint in public, do expect some heckles. And enjoy it, laugh at it, it's fun. Yeah, so it slowly builds up. But the cool thing about this painting team is that there are reels. So I'm liking at the moment how all the reels for this painting are horse themed. So the first one was that Unholy one. The song was called Unholy, but we're out on a ridge. And the second one we're in a forest, and now we're on a fish farm. So pretty fun, little changes. I've heard that song stuck in my head a couple of times now though. Going, that's the way it's gonna be, pretty darling. Riding on a horse down, or whatever she says, he says. It's a good song. Big fan. Grown to like it. Thanks, Cheryl. That's 100% correct. So we want to start abstract and slowly come into realism. But when we feel ourselves starting to lose that abstraction to realism, so once we've actually got the subject and now we're just straight up trading our good abstraction for more realism, that's when we'll stop. But there's still more to capture yet. So we'll just keep adding paint for a bit longer. G'day guys, how you doing? Good day for a walk, eh?
Well, Ruby's a horse rider.
Are you a horse rider?
Very cool.
Oh, fantastic.
Very, very cool.
My partner's a horse rider too. That's her horse there.
Where does she ride?
She rides, oh, now you're testing me.
You should know this if she's your partner.
At her parents' house. I can get there on Google Maps. So Google Maps, parents' house, go, yes, yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, North Auckland.
Neat.
Yeah.
That's not her Christmas present, is it?
What's that?
Is that her Christmas present?
No, it's not. But yeah, she has been bickering me, well, I shouldn't say bickering, she has been telling me to paint her something, but I've run out of time coming up onto Christmas, so I'll just...
That's amazing.
Thank you very much.
Talented you. So who's that for?
It's a commission for a man here in Auckland. So these are his horses. Well, that was my partner's horse, but it's retired now, so it's on his farm.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long did it take you?
We're on about jeepers. The third hour, I think. So we'll just keep ticking through it, see where it goes.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, guys.
Bye.
Catch ya.
Oh dear, stand up. You can stand up.
Chance.
Come have a cuddle.
Thanks, guys. This part looks so peaceful, reminds me of a Hannah Montana movie. A Hannah Montana movie.
Charlie, if you don't jump, I can't take the white
Lovely family just came past, and they're 2 children and a mother. So the youngest daughter's a horse rider, which is fantastic, and they're heading on their way. So that's fun. I had a fantastic weekend. Spent it north of Auckland. Looked after the entire time, which was fantastic. And now I'm back here in Auckland, where I like to be. Turkey. Who's a turkey? I'm probably a turkey. I'm probably a turkey. Yeah. That's the way it's going to Alright. Thanks, guys. So I'm just coming back here now with some blacks. So the idea with these blacks, just make cutting, get just a little more detail out of it. Just make these horses come together a wee bit more. Don't forget though, we're adding the gloss into the black. That gloss is going to be important. It's going to mean when we're finished, the paint's going to dry, glistening and fantastic. That's what I want. I want shiny, wet, glistening paint. That's the goal. Thank you so much. And welcome. For anyone new here, this is New Zealand. This is Auckland. And I am Seb. And I'm here painting some horses. So that's fun. What's that there? Yeah. So when it comes to the paint, when you're using acrylics, which I'm using today, if you're using oils, they'll naturally dry themselves and they'll look exactly the same way they did when you put them on. If when you apply them they looked wet, they'll still be wet. If when you apply them they look dry, they'll still be dry. Acrylics are different. They're different. Acrylics will dry darker, and if they dry darker, then you may not have the same result you're after. So, you add mediums to your acrylics. And I've got some really cheap ones here today. This is not a typical one, this is a glaze medium. You should be using high gloss medium. It'll do the exact same thing for me, but high gloss medium, if you mix up, if only 20% of the paint is high gloss medium, you'll get far closer and the colour will retain its saturation, which is pretty cool. That's the way it's gonna be, pretty darling. Riding on a horse, getting back, yeah. Someone needs to teach me the lyrics to that song. I cannot go around saying it like that for the rest of my life. Best explanation, thank you, Leonardo. If that was for me, otherwise I'm sorry for butting in. That's the word it's gonna be, pretty darling. Riding on a horse, yeah, yeah. Hello Lucy, welcome aboard. And Ocean, thank you very much. I was wondering if Lucy was going to pop in today. Sorry for disappearing over the weekend. I went up to a beach house and I had a fantastic time. It's gonna be pretty darling. Riding on a horse down the yeah. Thank you. Ooh, Goddess, you're gone. I'm so sorry. Where are we in Auckland right now? Or somewhere different? And yes. How was your weekend? Thank you so much. The weekend was really good, really good. It was a disco theme, so I got a little costume from Look Sharp, the store, and I like it so much that I'm keeping it. And when Snow Planet here in Auckland reopens, it's going to be my go-to boarding costume. Big fan of it. And then, yeah. Oh, sorry. And this is in Auckland, so we're actually. This is One Tree Hill in Auckland. So One Tree Hill is a massive place. It's like the biggest park nearest the Auckland city centre. And yeah, good place to come for a paint actually. Because you can sort of, since the scale of the park's so big, you can head to wherever you like and be around people, avoid people, throw frisbees, be around cows, get some shade, go for a walk. World's your oyster. I missed a good comment there. Lucy's great, that's good to hear. Whee! Lucy, when you say you've got a phone cover, you've bought a new phone cover or you're about to paint a phone cover? Painting a phone cover is a pretty cool idea. You're an artist too, that's awesome, Veronica. Was there a comment about phone covers just up there? Yes, it was. Great work, glaze in the background. Look forward to seeing it done. Thank you very much. So there is a bit of glaze in the background. That's that reflective surface you'll see. And we want that. We want the surface to catch the light in different ways as you move around it. That makes it fun. And plus, that makes it special to have a physical copy of it rather than just a digital picture of it, because the actual picture itself, the real picture of it, will glisten differently in a way that a computer screen can't replicate. So that's part of the fun. Yeah. But anyway, so these are the two horses, and there's actually some areas which is really cool that is still the wood, and there's a temptation, a real temptation to just leave those wood areas, because then we've got layers from the very bottom to the very top. I reckon it's pretty cool. That's the way it's gonna be, darling. Riding on a horse, yeah, yeah. Are they your own horses? They're not my own horses. I don't own any horses, but one of them was my partner's horse, but it no longer gets ridden, and it was given to a gentleman who now looks after it. He's a fantastic guy, looks after it on his farm. And so, first off, huge kudos and props to the gentleman who looks after the horse, and well, he owns the horse now. And he is the man who commissioned this painting. And so this is his two horses, one of which previously belonged to my partner. I hope I explained that well. How much for this picture, Lily? This one's actually a commission, so this one's not for sale. But there's the other horse picture, which is the lady kissing the face of the horse. So that one there's a lady in Victoria, Australia, who may have that painting ending up belonging to her. But if she decides that she's not interested, it could be yours. So there's an option there. I want a sunflower phone case from you. That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. I don't think I'll be able to sort it out. I should be able to, actually. Let me sit down with my tech guy. That sounds so fancy, my brother. And we'll see if we can't get phones rigged up properly, because that would be pretty cool. Actually, it reminds me now, Lucy, we used to have a thing back in about half a year ago where on the website you'd be able to pick out artwork you liked and then get the artwork imposed on certain things. I was telling you about this for shirts and mugs and things, but there was a phone case feature. So rather than having a million phone cases in stock, there'd just be the picture and you'd choose what phone case you had and it would sort it all out, which is pretty cool. But it's not up at the moment, and so let me get that sorted, because that would be pretty cool. Yeah. Thanks, guys. So it's a very hot day, and I'm wondering if I've got any water in the car. Hope I do. I might actually check, guys. Some water would go down a real treat right now. I sit there and tell you guys all the time to stay hydrated, and now I'm failing at my own game. So I want to wander back to the car and have a look. But I will leave you here. I'll back you up a little bit. How's that? Oh, that's a nice little view you got there. Fantastic. What's the one downside to painting outside? There's a preparation aspect to it. It's not a downside so much as it is a thing to be aware of. So since there's preparation to it, make sure that since you are outside, chances are it's a nice day, so heat can be an issue. Have water, that's what I'm going to look for right now. Your supplies, you've got to pack them up and then unpack them. So make sure you know what you'll need for the entire session. So here, we've got our paint palettes, so our little plates to paint on. We've got our paint, we've got our paint brushes, but that's all we've got. So we've got to make sure we prepare before we go outside, basically. You'll keep that in mind. Perfect. Apart from that, it's best to paint outside because paints can be quite fumey. So outside means that those fumes dissipate immediately. So overall, you're likely to feel better and be healthier. Now, some people have amazing studios with great ventilation, and good for them. Some of us are working out of corners of rooms or garages, and so for us, it can be a fantastic opportunity to go outside and enjoy the fresh air. Because if your studio is the whole world, you know, with the atmosphere, that beats any studio that anyone else could have. So outside's your friend. Hello. All right, give me just a moment, guys. I'm just gonna pop up there and some water. If you spill too much paint on city property, that's a good question, Steve. Don't spill some paint on city property, and you should be right. How many commissions do you paint at a time? Excellent. 5 to 10. So I'll have like sort of 5 works that are for me, and then 10 works which I'm sharing with everyone. Yeah. So at the moment coming up into Christmas, I've got 5 that need to be done before Christmas, and then there's about 5 other ones for January. So probably around the 10 mark at the moment. Now, give me just a moment. Yeah, sorry. Get in the water. I'm doing it. Alright, I am very sorry for disappearing for so long, but I'm back. Right, so I was saying that. I hope I'm not butting in anyone's conversation either. No water in the car. Real pity. A little bit of coffee, but that's all right. We will only be here. Ooh, what time is it? 12 o'clock. We might go to like 1:30, so we'll be thirsty by the end of it, but we won't be dehydrated. So we'll do that. 1:30 will come around. I'll do some lunch, Christmas shopping, and then I'll join y'all again around 3. So that's where we're at. But anyway, a little bit of coffee, which is not how you get hydrated, guys. This is going to make us more dehydrated. So, no. If a fan sees you out on a live, would you take a photo with them? Absolutely. I can't hang out with you for the whole time though, but you're welcome to come up and say hi. And do your thing. You're a human. This is a public place. You can come hang out. You can also come, like, again, it really doesn't make too much of a difference whether it's live or whether it's through the screen. So if you want to, there's a tree right here, come lean up next to the tree and just watch. That's all good too. That's all good too. Yeah. Of course, it would give you an unfair advantage on comments, so there's that. But we want a fair level of advantage. 1:30 or a dead phone, whichever one comes first. We'll find out. G'day, Aaron. Welcome back. Wish the best time to head back to reality. Oh, yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining. It's been a pleasure to have you here. It's been a pleasure to be a little bunch of pixels inside your phone. Ooh, this has been missed for a while. Sorry guys, this needs to be hit. There we go. A little bit more. And we've got to make sure one thing, guys. I cannot get sunburned today. What paint do you use non-toxic? If you don't like toxic stuff, use acrylics. Acrylics are water-based, they're typically safer. Oils can be fine as well, but acrylics are your safest bet. Watercolor is probably the safest of the safest. But if you want to have paint from the tube that works just fine, then you're talking about acrylics. And you can do just about everything with acrylics. They're so easy to mix things into. So with acrylics, you can really, whatever effect you're after, you can do it with compounds being added to the paint. Hello, welcome. You need a Mexican sombrero. I do. I've got this one, but it's not really enough. So we're just out here in Mufti. No hats, it'll be fine. But you got to make sure I don't get sunburned, because I think I just said it. I left the house and my partner said, "Don't you get sunburned today? Here's some sunscreen." And then either she didn't give me the sunscreen or I proceeded to lose the sunscreen. But regardless, I've been reminded, so I can't get sunburned or I'll look like an idiot. And I don't want to look like an idiot, but you might be sitting there, well, like Seb, you already do. I'll be like, look, alright, we can save this. Yeah. Can you take breaks? I do take breaks. Usually I'll try and have all the stuff that I need here. So I'll usually bring like things like a drink, nuts. I've never had a sandwich, but a sandwich would be good. all sorts of food. Just have what you need here, and that way if I do need a little break, I can put down my stuff, I can eat, I can talk, and then get back to it. But today, since I've got my water bottle, and water's important, we'll stay out here until I'm just a little bit too dehydrated. I said a little bit too thirsty, so probably like 1:30, and then I'll go do some Christmas shopping and come back. What colour is Boxer? A Boxer is a tan coloured dog with a slightly darker face, I think, and black paws, I think. It'd be cool to have a Boxer around this park. Or, no, actually not with the kids around, but Boxers are fun dogs, high energy. Have you thought about an air purifier when you paint inside? Yep, would definitely work. But if we're talking about air purifiers, then we are talking like there is a problem with the air, right? And if there is a problem with the air, or we need to purify the air, then wouldn't the best way to do that be to go into the largest body of air that the world has on offer, like outside, and oh no, and then drop the plate, and then enjoy the world. Sometimes too, while you're painting, you'll want music, and you'll want sounds and distractions. In your studio, you might not be able to get into your vibe because you're in your studio and you're wondering, why can't I seem to get into a flow state? Inside these four walls, nothing changes, and you've got your music playlist which you're selecting each song to, and it's a very controlled environment, but sometimes a lack of control is what you need to get into the mind frame you want to be in. And so sometimes outside, like even right now, bird, cicadas, children, other birds, you know, the potential for a cow to walk up and start mooing. There's lots of things that make this a very interesting and stimulated environment that I've got no control over. And sometimes that can be the thing that actually bumps you into the flow state you need to be in to produce your art. Now that's not for everyone, but that's what I find works. You may find something completely different works, and that's okay. That's a cool thing. We're all probably just a little bit different. But sometimes, if you're having a hard time making art the way you want to make it, it might not be, you might have, if you're having a hard time making art the way you want to make it, if you review that situation and you have complete control over it, maybe what you need is a lack of control. Maybe what you need is a wild card, something crazy, something to mix up the environment. Maybe under pressure or an environment which makes very little sense is where you produce your best art. But there's a lot of self-reflection and concentration and trial and error that goes into figuring that sort of stuff out. So I wish you the best on your own little painting journey to find that out. Can you paint? I always recommend using the tip of the brush. Now, if you're using thicker, more pastos, you can use the back to scratch away, but you always want to use the ideally. Now, there's not greens in this picture. We're adding a few in, but we're not trying to add them into the trees exclusively. If there's green tones in these horses, we're adding it there too. Really want this picture to have colours everywhere rather than exclusively green to the trees and grass and exclusively brown to the horses. That's no fun. You want to mix it up. You want to have fun. Thanks, Gio. Do you get burnt out or creative block often? So you definitely get burnt out and you definitely get creative block. I think we've talked about this before, and my advice has been you need to figure out what works for you and not think it'll ever get easy to deal with that sort of stuff. However hard you find it now is how hard it will be once you've made 1 million pieces of art, once you're famous, once you're doing art as a career, once you're enjoying it as a hobby, wherever you plan to take your art, if you face writer's block, the same things that made you fall, not writer's block, art, burnout, etc., the same thing that made you fall into that trap or fall into that situation is also and the ways you got out of it will be the same now as it will be for the future. Sorry for explaining that poorly, but don't think that if I just get over this little blockage, then I'll be able to never have it again and charge off and do my art. It won't work like that. Look at it very seriously. Figure out how the blockage was caused and how you overcame it, because you're going to face that 10,000 more times. And if you get good at facing it, you'll be in a very good position to produce your art in a far more relaxed way too, because it's stressful thinking that the next day when you wake up you won't be able to make your art properly, or there might be something stopping you. But if you know when you wake up that you've got a selection of techniques and ways that work for you to get you over a burnout, fantastic. Welcome to Easy Art. How does one purchase your pieces? That's a great question. So there's pieces on the website that you can purchase, and there's also, if those ones don't quite resonate with you, or if you want to get a more specific shipping quote, because the shipping quotes are a little bit blanketed, contact me directly via the website or via Instagram, and we can work out something specifically for you. If you're after a commission, I've got no room until after Christmas, but I can fit you in for mid-January. So if you're after mid-January, now is the time to start the conversation, so we can get you locked and loaded. G'day guys, how you doing? That's good.
It's good artist, eh?
Thank you very much.
Yeah. It's horse. Yeah.
It's a forest with 2 horses. Very,
Yeah,
very
2 horses.
abstract.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
You only
nice.
want to just be able to see it. Yeah.
can see that. Yeah. It's good.
Thank you very much. I really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I know that.
G'day guys, how we doing?
Are you a teacher?
Artist, full time.
Artist teacher?
Yeah.
You open school, hey?
I'm teaching you now.
Teacher being now?
I need $25. How long you been? No, I haven't. Yeah. Kidding.
Yeah.
But it's good with a beautiful outside.
Yeah.
And the paint too
Yeah.
can be quite strong, but when
Yes.
you're outside, it's okay. You can breathe. If you're in a small room, bad for your head. Yeah.
Outside better.
Yes, it's better for everything. Yes. Yeah. That's good about New Zealand, the fresh air. I go to
Okay.
New York in America. I love New York, but the air in New Zealand,
You're American.
fresh. No, New Zealander.
New Zealander,
But I travel.
yeah.
I travel. Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah. Only.
Well,
I'm half.
half New Zealander.
Yes.
And we're the other half.
Another half in Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. Yeah. Perfect. So you must love the air over here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here, lovely.
Oh, perfect.
Lovely. Nice.
Oh, lovely to meet you both.
Yeah. Okay.
And
nice
have an
to see
amazing
you
walk.
again.
Enjoy
Yeah.
the sun.
Thank you.
Well,
I'll see you same time tomorrow.
yeah. Tomorrow?
Every day we are here.
Every day. Every day we come here.
Every day you come here.
Yeah,
every
yeah.
day.
Well, I might see you tomorrow. We'll
You
see.
exercise,
Oh, good,
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
because we are now retired.
Ah, that's when you need the exercise.
Yeah.
You don't stop.
Yeah.
Once you stop, you might not be able to start
No
again.
stop,
You've got to keep going.
No stop for exercise.
Cheers, guys.
Strong man. See the muscle?
他在录像。
Yeah, yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Okay. Thank
Gotcha.
you.
Sorry, guys. That was very rude of me to ignore you for a while, but they were a lovely couple, so I just had to have a quick yarn. How long do you let the paint dry before you pack your stuff to leave? I don't. So if it's oil paints, it's not going to dry for weeks. So what you want to do is actually get it and lay it face up in the car in the back seat, and yeah, basically take it back to the studio when you're away. Do you have more inspiration during challenging times or happy times? So I think challenging times or happy times, I think it's mutual. I think it's probably the same, but you've got to try and figure out. I mean, if you combine your craft with challenging times, which it's okay to do that, a lot of artists do, you can do that, but you're going to make it quite hard on yourself, because now you've combined your professional career with psychologically challenging times. Now there's a lady who writes a book called Do Your Art No Matter What, and in that book she lays out an argument to say that artists don't need to be in pain to produce art. You can be happy and make art. You can make a career out of art. You can make art without being miserable, or by actually channeling happiness. And so I'm not saying it's the only way to do it, but it's nice to acknowledge that there's multiple ways to do it. And if you know you can make art and also be happy the whole time and not stressed or challenged, then provided you figure out a way to do that, you can enjoy yourself a whole lot more. Yeah. I didn't do a great job of explaining that, but yeah. Inspiration, where and how you find it, will be separate to the challenges you go through. But I like to make sure that when I produce art personally, and again, this advice may not work for you, but when I produce art personally, I like to make sure that I'm finding ways to do it in a way that allows me to be positive and happy, because I believe in a small way, especially with an abstract or impressionist style, that appears in the work. When these brush strokes are very raw, rough and primal, there's a small little subconscious inkling that you'll get when it's positive or negative. So I like to make sure that whenever I'm doing especially this more abstract stuff, that in my mind I'm actually positive and the work that goes into it is positive. And then when you look at it, you won't be like, oh my god, look at the positivity. That won't happen. What will happen is you'll look at it and be like, oh, that's fun. And all the time I spent in it, all the time I built to make it, sorry, half the coffee hot, and then leave it until the other half's gone cold, and I have the remainder part of the coffee cold. So that's fun. That's nice of you, Ray J. Ooh, it's okay, I don't mind, got muted. See you later. Not sure what you said, but you're gone. Painting lessons motivating you to go to the gym? Perfect, perfect. Whatever this motivates you to go and do, guys, that's fantastic. Go do it. We're doing a craft here, and the lessons or the stuff we talk about for this craft will apply to all crafts. In some small way. So yeah, if you enjoy what's happening, then lost my trail of thought, but I'm stoked someone's going to the gym. It's fantastic. Hope your day's going good. That's definitely going good. Look at this weather. Look what we're doing. Nowhere it couldn't be going good. Now I've just moved on to a little bit of oils. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. Just enough. I'm just going to add it into a few little spots. Stripe it on when we go. Here we go. Down through here. There we go. Up through here. There we where did you learn to paint, and what do you call your style of painting? Okay, so I learned to paint here in New Zealand. I had some amazing peers, some amazing tutors through university and through private stuff here and there. But you could be saying the biggest teacher for me was peers, your friends, and those who love you around you, who encourage you and give you good feedback. And in terms of the style, I usually frame styles, so when we talk about what sort of style someone uses or how they paint, as how would you Google for it? So what would you type into Google to find similar pictures to what they've done? In this case, if you searched Impressionism or abstract realism, you would track it down. So Impressionism or abstract realism. If we were modelling off any individual painters, probably more Picasso, probably more Van Gogh. I say Van Gogh, but it's that's the American way of saying it. We'd say Van Gogh. Van Gogh would be the Dutch way, but yeah, American's fine. It's not right, but it's fine. Van Gogh, easiest to say. Ooh, I can't read that right now, but thank you so much for joining in. Cheers, guys. So sorry, we're just adding in little bits of white. Here we go. All the way up to the top. So beautiful. Yeah, you could be air hostess in the 60s. You're so beautiful. You probably still have to keep your normal job. Part-time model. Spending part of your time modeling. Part of your time next to me. Sorry. Do you still have evening daylight? We do indeed. So we are painting here. You deserve to be this happy. You absolutely do. UK nod am vibes. I don't quite know how to say that, but you do deserve to be this happy. I wish you all the very best in life, today, and in everything you do. Any advice for an artist who wants to pursue the arts but doesn't have support? Well, you have my support. You have my unwavering support. First off, it comes down to a matter of, when are you able to paint? That's a big question, because if you are a mother living at home with 2 kids, the opportunities for you to paint may be different for someone who's, say, on an exchange in another country, or a student who has, a flexible schedule, or a student who has, a flexible schedule, or so everyone's got some time where they can figure out when they can paint. If you're working with children and things, perhaps you can't do a sit-down session where all you can focus on is the paint. Perhaps it needs to be more flexible than that, or a smaller canvas than that. But regardless, figure out when you can paint, and then figure out how to enjoy yourself as much as possible while you're painting. And the reason I say that is because if you're struggling to find time to pursue your art, when you do find time, it's important it doesn't add more weight to your schedule. So it was already tough to find that space. Hello from Italy by Vincent, hello. So the reason I say that is, if you find time for your art, make sure you enjoy it, because that way it'll be a reprieve or a relaxation or a meditation away from your already busy schedule, and that way you'll get the most out of it. That way you'll look forward to it, and you're like, well, a lot of it's quite intense, it's quite specific details, I don't know how to enjoy myself while I do it. That's what we need to look at first. Let's figure out how to enjoy ourselves. Do we, maybe for a few canvases, 2 or 3 of them, maybe we just drop the realism a little bit, maybe we just go a little more abstract, maybe we don't spend 50 hours on a painting, maybe we just spend 2 hours, maybe we just chill, maybe we don't paint anything, maybe we just have some fun doing some exercises, maybe like tone exercises or mixing exercises, maybe we don't actually pressure ourselves into producing a work. Maybe we let the music guide us, so we chuck on a playlist and whenever the song comes on we just paint what's on the playlist. I'm not sure, but once you've found that time to paint, make sure you really enjoy that time that you paint, and that means you'll make that time, because that'll become part of your relaxation routine, part of making you feel good, part of making you enjoy yourself. So once you do that, now all of a sudden you're finding more time to paint, and not only have you found more time to paint, but you're really, really enjoying your painting. And now, all that's left to do is to produce something that you want to keep producing. There's no point developing a style like avidly pursuing realism or something like that and hating every minute you spend on it. You need to love what you do. I used to give private lessons, but times are changing, guys, and I feel like I can talk to more of you and have more of an impact if we all join like this together. There may be some specific tricks which help you, but actually the same rules that help every artist or every creative person or any craftsman are the same rules that will help you. The answers will be different, the rules will be the same. I do sell the pieces, thank you so much, thanks Jason. So you can go on my website for pieces, or you can order commissions via Instagram, or you can contact me directly on Instagram or TikTok or via the website. The best thing to do if you like a picture, guys, is to contact me via the website, via the email or via the Instagram. And the reason why is shipping can get more up to date. I can get you a better price on shipping if you contact me directly. Or order it via the website, that's fine too. But start the conversation, that's the key. That's the key. And maybe, yeah. If you'd like a piece, get in touch basically, and we'll see what works best for you. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Slowly coming together, team. New Zealand, yes we are. I've only seen these large pieces, that's true. So in the new year, I'll be reducing the size down ever so slightly. And the reason I'll be changing the size ever so slightly is because I've been going to get a blanket shipping deal whereby it'll be about this much smaller on this side and this much smaller on this size. But the shipping will get easier, and I'll have specialised boxes for it to go in so it ships safely. And in the new year, I'll try and standardise that sizing. And the reason I do that is to try and get you guys better costs, better shipping prices to the UK and to the US. So shipping to the US would be crazy. Shipping to the US can be a little bit expensive, but like I say, I've got a solution coming in the new year to make that better, cheaper. So wheels are turning, cogs are turning. But if you are in the US and you'd like a painting, or if you'd like to get in touch, because when smaller artworks pop up that would suit you down to the ground, then now's a great time, because there is space in the January calendar to put your stuff in, so we can have some fun. Thanks, Cheryl, appreciate that. New fan, welcome Divine Master, welcome to the stream. You are welcome here. Hey Seb, great to catch you live, hope you're doing well. JMS, welcome on board, good to see you here again. Is that, I can't read that, but Brie, I think. Thank you so much. Your pieces are where? So you can find pictures of the finished pieces currently on the website. There's a couple which I haven't listed up there yet, we're still waiting. I've got to get them finished off, framed and hung and things. And you can also find videos of pieces being put together and what they look like at the start, at the end, during the process on Instagram. So, world of options for you. At the moment, coming up into December, the calendar is full, so I've got no spare time for commissions, but saying January's open for you, January's your opportunity, leap on January, I'll sort you out, and we'll go from there. There we go, up through this tree. Thanks guys. Yeah, and if you want to, artwork or not, you can follow me on Instagram or TikTok. I see a few followers popping up here at the moment, which is fantastic. I'll see you on the next live. And if you follow on Instagram or TikTok, you'll catch me when I go live or when I make little fun announcements and stuff. There we go. But yeah, there's a contact page on the website, so if you want to reach out about a commission or a piece of artwork, thanks Tost, appreciate that. If you want to reach out about a commission or a piece of artwork, you can do that via the website and we can start the conversation. Which will be fun. Daniel, welcome to the club. Good to have you on board. If you're an artist here too, guys, feel free to contact me via Instagram and ask questions. Share things that are working for you, things that aren't. Maybe I can help you out. I'm not sure. There's a lot of people who reach out, so please understand if I am a little bit slow on replying. I do care about what you're saying. I just get caught up a little bit. That's all. I know you know I care, but I just say that so you hear it from me as well. Tossed kale salad, welcome. Good to have you on board. Cheers, guys. Stoked for the Island Commission. Yes, indeed, JMS. We will be in touch. I was on Instagram this morning, so I haven't been back to read messages, but I will. So, Christmas shopping after this. After Christmas shopping, I'm going live again. Hey Richard, going live again, so around 3 o'clock mark. So, we'll go from there. That is Leapland. Alright, so from your perspective there too. We both look at it. I'll just flip this off for a second. There we go. So I've added in some white highlights, and they're quite aggressive. And that was the idea. So there's white highlights down there. Going just over the top of those whites. Just enough to so those whites won't be the entire colours, what I'm saying, sorry. So I can now go over the whites with another colour, in this case purple. Someone was talking about purple at the start of the stream, and yes, we are back with the Zippo ability. The sun is shining, it is beating down. These plates are actually quite hot. And I will be here with you for another 30 minutes, and then I have to go Christmas shopping. So that's just an FYI. We will pull back a little bit though, guys. Just come back to here, there we go. Ooh, a little bit less than that. There we go. Bring this plate back, move you guys back. There we go. I hope that works there. How's that? That's good. That's good. All right. Chuck, thank you so much. Yeah, it's coming together, Chuck. Brush stroke by brush stroke. I'm just going to make sure that I don't get over eager on it being horses, and I keep painting what I see. That's the key here, guys. Painting what we see, not what we think we see. Painting what we actually see. Gotta be what we actually see. So this is New Zealand, this is Auckland, and this is One Tree Hill. That's where I come to you from today. We might come back here tomorrow, we'll see. We will see. Can't make any guarantees, but the idea is on the cards. Here we go. Here we go. Just a little more up there. That, a little more up. There we go. Now we're talking to just a little bit more up there. Here with it. And a little bit more around here. We're doing well, team. This is coming together really nicely. Enya, hello. Sharma, yes, I do. So, if you'd like to talk about a painting, or see if there's one that matches you right now, there's a few paintings on the website. You can find that in the bio, or there's a TikTok in the bio, and you can reach out via the website or via TikTok, and we can start the conversation. There's, in terms of commissions, if you want to book in for a commission, availability is in January at the moment. December's full, but I would love to fit you in for January. So at the moment, we've got until mid to late January, and then early February is open for you. I'm really sorry to hear that, Alex. I wish you all the best. So. We'll just keep adding these greens, and we're almost out of greens, so we'll see. I won't use up all of it yet. Might use up. So the whites are with oils, and all these other colours are acrylics. This is acrylics at the moment. Thanks, Baze. step-by-step team. Do you only paint animals with people? Do you paint only animals with people? I should probably check out, sorry Michael, check out your Insta, huh? So we paint everything, Michael. Recently we've had a little bit of a run on horses. That's coincidence. Love horses, but it's coincidence. Typically I will do animals, people, genre scenes. So a genre scene is a scene where it's not of a portrait as such, but there's something happening that you're watching. So people carrying something, people doing something. Landscapes. It really depends on the image. Sometimes you'll see a picture and you think that would do incredible paint. When you have that moment, that's when you just make the painting. Malaysia, welcome from Malaysia. Chuck, I do not, but maybe one day. It was a paint and workout video. See how fast we can make a canvas. But, I mean, as long as you're getting some exercise, guys, just 30 minutes a day. Just those lungs and pull in fresh air. That's all you need. That's all you need. The ability to take big, deep, healthy breaths. And if you can do that, then you've got all you need. Do you take breaks between art pieces? It depends. So at the moment, we're just flicking backwards and forwards between these 5. So do you mean breaks as in terms of when you finish one, take a couple of days off or something? No. So since there's so many pieces on the go all the time, there's not an opportunity to just stop. But that's okay. I like it that way. I like to just keep on flowing. Thanks for the candy canes. Thanks, Abby. Wherever you are in the world though, provided the air isn't too polluted, going outside with fresh air, breathing it, is fantastic. There's really very, very few things in this world that can compete with the fulfilling feeling of some lungs filled with good, fresh air. It sounds cheesy. Man, and it feels good. That's why you go for a walk, or that's why you work out in the first place. So you can take big, deep, fresh breaths. That's what it's all about. It's all you need. I see you painting in the rain quite often. Does it affect the paint? Michael Hicks. Yes, I do. That was by coincidence most of the time, because I just did not check the weather report. But with oil paints, it'll have, if it's only spitting, with oil paints it'll have very little effect. But if you're using acrylics, you'll have to be careful, because it'll have a huge effect, and you could risk doing damage to the artwork. So if you're using acrylics, make sure you don't go out in the rain. And if you're using oils, you can handle a little bit of spitting, but try and, not get too much. Thanks, guys. How do you get started? Guys, I've got some news here. We're going to have to probably pause so I can go Christmas shopping, because we're on 2% battery. I'm about to die. I started painting though when I was about, I don't know, as soon as I could hold a paintbrush. My mother had me holding one and I was doing that. So a lot of the time was little things, little art classes. Clay, I used to love clay as a kid. It was like fun to play with. It was very tactile. You could do it with your hands. It was just, yeah, it was fun. Thanks, Lisa. Appreciate that. All right, guys. It's been really fun. I will be back in about 3 3 hours. I say 3 hours just because it gives me time to drive to my location, set up, things like that, and also go Christmas shopping. So I want to create some Santa sacks, I want to buy some fantastic gifts. I'm already on the list, I just need to write down those items. Just to go buy the items. So there'll be a little bit of travelling around, jumping in the car parks, waiting in lines. So bear with me. Thanks guys. I'll let you know how the Christmas shopping goes. There's about 12 gifts I need to buy, so there's a fair few, but I think I'll be alright. Cheryl, you've been an absolute MVP this stream. I think we can all agree on that. Thank you so much for keeping the feed clean and looking after me and being so amazing in all the ways. So on behalf of everyone here and who was here previously, you're the best. Thank you very much. Lucy, you're also the best. And I will see you all in, sorry guys, just reading up close there, and yeah, 4 p.m. Give me 4 p.m. Thanks for joining in. You're the best. Catch you guys.